Hi everyone, my name is Megan and today I'm going to help you teach your child how to make the K and G sound at home. Children typically have trouble with K and G in the younger years, so typically preschool or kindergarten aged children. And there's a few tips and tricks on how to make these sounds. So, K and G are made in the same place in the same manner. The only thing that changes is what's called voicing, and I'm going to tell you what that is. So if you place your hand on your throat and you make the K sound, k, 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 you are not going to feel any vibration. That's because our voices are turned off and they are what we call with children quiet sounds. If you put your hand there and make the G sound, g, 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 you're going to feel vibration, and that's because our voices are turned on. So I like to start out by teaching children the K sound because once your child has the K sound, it's really easy to just help them turn on the sound and they can then make the G. So first I like to tell children a little bit about where your tongue's going to go when making the K sound. So if you use your hand, you can tell them that your fingernails would be your tongue tip and towards your wrist would be the back of your tongue. To make the K sound correctly, the tongue tip has to go down and the back of the tongue is elevated and pulled back. Sometimes that's all it takes for a child to click and then they'll be able to make it. Another great thing to do with your child is to use visuals. So one of the most simple visuals you can do is using the letter. This helps children connect the dots between the sound and the letter and helps with phonemic awareness, and again just helps them have a visual cue. Another visual you can use with your child is using a mirror. So have your child look in the mirror and watch themselves make the sound, and you can even have them compare how they're making the sound to yourself in the mirror. Another thing you can do with your child to get them to make the K sound is to tell them to open their mouth wide. It's going to be very hard for them to make T, 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 or D, 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 when their mouth is open wide, which are what children typically do. Instead of the K, they typically make the T, like tat for cat. So when their mouth is open wide, it really makes it hard to get that tongue behind the teeth. If they are making the T sound, you can tell them, hey, your tongue tip was up behind your teeth, put it down. That will also help. Another tip that you can do with your child is to have them cough. Sounds silly, but when we cough, we use the back of our mouth, and sometimes that helps them understand where the placement is. So for example, if you have your child cough, you can tell them right there, that's where we're gonna make that sound, in the back, just like your cough. The last tip I have for you to elicit the K sound with your child is to have your child use gravity. So what I mean by that is to have them tilt their head back, or even lie on their back and try to say the K sound. Sometimes that gravity will help that tongue fall back and get the right placement for K. Again, after your child masters K, it's going to be a little bit easier to move on to G by simply having them turn on their voice. G. I hope you found these tips helpful and be on the lookout for more videos. Thanks.